It's the morning of December the 15th, and we're back in the blind hunting for forks. Area might look a little bit different than it did last week. Looks like my cousin ended up coming up here and bush hogging the last half of this. I don't know how exactly that's going to impact the deer. I felt like some of the deer were bedding in the tall sage, but we have seen more deer on camera in the last few days since he has bush hogged it, so maybe it'll be a positive effect on them. It is freezing cold this morning. I got out of the house, it was 20 degrees, which is really cold for Tennessee. It's warmed up a little bit. I think it's up to about 23 or 24 now, but we're just now getting good enough light with it being overcast. It took a little while to get camera light this morning. There's real heavy frost on the ground, so I really don't anticipate seeing much deer movement for the first hour or so. Seems like over the years I've noticed on mornings with heavy frost, the deer won't move until the frost starts to burn off. So, should be a good day to hunt though. It's gotten colder over the last couple days. I think today's high is like 42 or 43 degrees, which is a big difference from 2 days ago when it was up to 70. So hopefully that'll get the deer up on their feet moving. We'll sit in here this morning for a little while and then get out and check a few cameras midday. And then we'll probably be back in here in this same blind this evening. So hopefully we'll have some good luck and we'll see something. Things changed on a dime there. That's the first thing we've seen all morning. It is 8:45, and I've been getting a lot of coyotes on cameras out here, and I've been hoping to see one, honestly, or several to kill. My cousin did have, as you saw last week, he's got donkeys, but they had a baby donkey early this fall, and I believe the coyotes actually ended up killing the donkey, or the baby donkey. So my cousin asked me, if you see any coyotes out here, please shoot them. So I've been waiting patiently to see something, or to see one out here. Even though it's not forks or a deer, it still feels good to pull the trigger on something. Welcome back to the Southeast Show here on Midwest Whitetail. Appreciate you guys tuning in this week. Just wanted to take a few minutes, just give you guys an update. Of course, as we told you last week, we was headed back to Illinois, and we did. Me and a good friend of mine went up and spent 3 or 4 days up there, and had a pretty good trip actually. We didn't put a tag on anything, but definitely had a good trip. We saw several bucks, of course. One evening I had the opportunity to watch 4 2-year-olds sit there and spar for about an hour. They look like teenage boys. They basically come in together and they started sparring in 2 sets, and they'd spar 2 or 3 minutes and they'd take a break and get them something to eat, and then they'll start sparring again, and they've done that for probably nearly an hour. And so that was a pretty good set. And then my buddy, I tried to put him on a couple of deer because he'd never killed a buck in Illinois, so I put him back in the finger where I shot that 8-point a couple weeks back. But anyway, he had an opportunity, and he saw 3 really nice shooter bucks, 140 to 160 class deer. And the final afternoon, he had a little mistake and didn't quite get the bow high enough out the window, and when he let the arrow fly, he left a he left a trademark, so to speak, in the redneck blind. He shot through the window, not through the window, but like through the window. So unfortunately, he didn't get to put a tag on, but we had a good time, had a good trip, and while we were doing that, Kobe had the opportunity to spend some time with a local organization down here called Hope Outdoors, and he was able to go with a young man and film him, and they ended up killing a couple deer and had a really good trip, really good time. And you know, we really strive each and every year to be a part of as many organizations as we can for those who have suffered injury or you know, just have to have assistance when they're going out. So you know, we look forward to that each and every year, whether that be with Hope Outdoors or Jesus and Giants Outdoors or whatever the case may be. So it's been a pretty eventful week since last Friday, but we're excited. We're going to spend the next few days here, you know, for Christmas, and then on the 27th we're going to head back to Illinois for one last trip and go ahead and try to fill that tag, and then we'll be coming back to Mississippi, and over the next couple of weeks into January we'll be sharing with you our rut experiences in Mississippi. And so hopefully the next 3 to 4 weeks should be very eventful for us. We look forward to this time every year. We love chasing November and we love being in the Midwest, but on the flip side, we really love being able to chase the rut in late December and into January down here in the South as well. So we look forward to sharing those hunts with you in the near future. We appreciate you tuning in to Midwest Whitetail, and we look forward to seeing you right back here next week for the next episode.